The semi-automatic pistol. The semi-automatic pistol is what most people picture when they hear the word handgun. A Glock 19, a Sig Sauer P320, a Smith & Wesson M&P. A semi-automatic pistol uses the recoil force of the fired cartridge to power the slide to eject the empty case, load a fresh cartridge into the chamber, and cock the hammer or reset the striker for the next shot. The shooter pulls the trigger once per shot. The pistol does the rest. This is the most common handgun type in the world and the standard sidearm of virtually every military and law enforcement agency on the planet. Within the semi-automatic category, there are 3 trigger systems that determine how the gun operates before the first shot. A single-action semi-automatic, the most famous example being the 1911, requires the hammer to be cocked before the trigger can fire the gun. On a semi-auto, the hammer is cocked when the shooter cycles the slide chambering around. The trigger pull then releases the hammer. Single-action pistols typically have very short, crisp trigger pulls and are designed to be carried cocked and with the safety on. A double-action/single-action semi-automatic, the Sig P226, the Beretta 9.2, fires double action on the first shot with a long, heavy trigger pull and single action on every subsequent shot as the slide cycles the hammer back. A striker-fired semi-automatic, the Glock, the Sig P320, the Springfield Hellcat, has no external hammer. A spring-loaded striker replaces the hammer, and the trigger both completes the striker cocking and releases it. Striker-fired pistols have consistent trigger pulls on every shot and no external hammer to snag on clothing during a draw. The semi-automatic pistol advantages over the revolver are capacity and reload speed. A standard Glock 17 holds 17 rounds in the magazine plus 1 in the chamber. Reloading a semi-auto takes 2 seconds with practice. Drop the empty magazine, insert a loaded one, release the slide. Its limitations are mechanical complexity compared to the revolver and the requirement for correct ammunition to cycle reliably. Semi-automatic pistols can malfunction with underpowered ammunition or incorrect grip technique. Revolvers do not. The Revolver. The Revolver is the handgun that predates the semi-automatic by more than half a century and that remains in active production and active use today because it solves one problem better than any other handgun type ever designed. It is extraordinarily reliable. A revolver has a frame that supports a grip and barrel, and it contains a firing mechanism and a rotating cylinder with multiple chambers, typically 6, which is why the term six-shooter entered the language. As the hammer is cocked, the cylinder rotates a chamber in line with the barrel and locks in place. The trigger releases the hammer. The round fires. The cylinder rotates again. There is no slide to jam. There is no extractor to fail. There is no magazine to drop. If a round fails to fire, you pull the trigger again and the cylinder rotates to the next round. The revolver simplicity is its primary tactical advantage. The 3 revolver action types are single action, double action only, and double action/single action. A single action revolver, the Colt single action Army, the Ruger Blackhawk, requires the shooter to manually cock the hammer before each shot. It has a very short, light trigger pull, but is slower to fire because the hammer must be manually cocked each time. These are the revolvers of the Old West. A double-action-only revolver, typically hammerless or with an internal hammer, fires on every trigger pull with a long, heavy pull that both cocks and releases the mechanism simultaneously. These are common in concealed carry because they have no external hammer to snag. A double-action/single-action revolver, the Ruger GP100, the Smith & Wesson 6.86, can be fired either way. Cock the hammer for a light single-action pull or pull through the longer double-action pull without cocking. The revolver primary limitation is capacity and reload time. A typical revolver holds 6 rounds. Reloading requires ejecting all spent cases simultaneously with a cylinder release and ejector rod, then manually inserting rounds one at a time or using a speedloader. With a speedloader, a trained shooter can reload in 3 to 4 seconds. Without one, it takes significantly longer. The Derringer. The Derringer is the smallest usable handgun of any given caliber, and it became famous twice. Once in the Old West and once on April 14, 1865, when John Wilkes Booth used a Philadelphia Deringer to assassinate Abraham Lincoln in Ford's Theater. The original Philadelphia Deringer was invented by American gunsmith Henry Deringer in 1825. Following a misspelling in press coverage of the Lincoln assassination, the name Derringer lost its capitalization and became the generic term Derringer. Every compact single or double-barreled pocket pistol of this type carries Derringer name, spelled wrong. A Derringer is neither a revolver nor a semi-automatic pistol. It is a small handgun that relies on one or two barrels with no auto-loading mechanism and no revolving cylinder. Modern Derringers are typically double-barreled, an over and under configuration where the two barrels stack vertically and the firing mechanism alternates between them. The Bond Arms Derringer, one of the most popular modern examples, can chamber calibers ranging from .22 long rifle to .45 long Colt and certain shotgun shells, making it one of the most caliber-flexible handgun designs in production. The COP 357 is a 4-barrel Derringer capable of accepting 4 rounds of .357 Magnum or .38 Special in a package no larger than a compact semi-automatic. The Derringer advantage is pure concealability. There is no mechanism to print through clothing, no slide extending beyond the frame, no cylinder widening the profile. Its limitation is capacity. 1 or 2 shots, then a manual reload. As a primary defensive handgun, the Derringer is inadequate for most situations. As a backup or last resort firearm, it is the smallest defensive option available. The striker-fired pistol. Striker-fired pistols deserve expanded attention because they represent the dominant handgun design of the 21st century and the action type that most new shooters will encounter first. The Glock, introduced in 1982 and now the most widely issued police service pistol in the United States, established the striker-fired pistol as the standard against which all modern service pistols are measured. Unlike hammer-fired pistols where a spring-loaded hammer strikes the firing pin, a striker-fired pistol uses a spring-loaded striker that is both cocked and released by the trigger pull. The striker-fired pistol practical advantages for new shooters and defensive applications are significant. The trigger pull is consistent on every shot. There is no difference between the first shot and the fifth. There is no external hammer to manage or accidentally decock. Disassembly for cleaning requires no tools on most models. The safety systems are internal. A trigger safety, a firing pin safety, and a drop safety are standard on most striker-fired designs, preventing accidental discharge without a deliberate trigger pull. The Glock Safe Action System, which incorporates all 3 of these passive safeties, has been widely copied by every major pistol manufacturer since its introduction. The current generation of striker-fired pistols, the Sig Sauer P320, the Springfield Armory Hellcat, the Smith & Wesson M and P-Shield, the Walther PDP, represents the most refined iteration of a design that has been continuously improved since 1982. Capacity, ergonomics, trigger quality, and accessory compatibility have all improved substantially. The striker-fired pistol is the correct starting point for any new handgun owner who has not yet developed a specific preference for another action type. The single-shot pistol. The single-shot pistol occupies the opposite end of the capacity spectrum from the high-capacity semi-automatic. It fires 1 round, requires manual reloading for the next, and is optimized entirely for accuracy, rather than for a rate of fire. The Thompson Center Contender, one of the most famous break-action handguns, is typically chambered for rifle cartridges, making it a genuine hunting handgun capable of taking deer, elk, and other big game at distances that most semi-automatic pistols cannot approach. The Contender break-action design allows the barrel to be swapped between calibers, making a single frame adaptable to dozens of different applications. Bolt-action pistols exist as a further refinement of the single-shot concept. The best description is a bolt-action rifle with a stock that only has a pistol grip designed to be fired without a shoulder. Stock. The Nosler Model 48 Independence and the Christensen Arms modern precision pistol represent the current state-of-the-art in bolt-action handgun design, chambered in calibers from .22 to .250 to .300 Winchester Magnum and capable of sub-minute of angle accuracy at extended ranges. The single-shot pistol is not a defensive handgun. It is a hunting and precision shooting tool that happens to be configured as a handgun, typically for legal and practical reasons related to vehicle transport, hunting regulations, and the specific accuracy requirements of handgun hunting or long-range handgun competition. The machine pistol. The machine pistol is the handgun that most people have seen in action movies and that most civilians will never encounter in legal commerce. A fully automatic or burst-fire handgun capable of firing multiple rounds per trigger pull. The Glock 18, the Beretta 93R, and the Stechkin APS are the most historically significant examples. The Glock 18 is externally identical to the Glock 17, except for a selector switch on the slide that enables full auto fire at approximately 1,200 rounds per minute, emptying a standard 17-round magazine in less than 2 seconds. Machine pistols are subject to National Firearms Act regulation in the United States, requiring a Form 4 transfer, a $200 tax stamp, and a wait time that currently exceeds 12 months. The civilian market for transferable machine pistols is extremely limited by the Hughes Amendment of 1986, which froze the registry of civilian transferable fully automatic firearms manufactured before May 19, 1986. Machine pistols as a civilian market item are primarily a collector category. For practical applications, the machine pistol is a military and law enforcement tool, specifically suited to close-quarter situations where suppressive fire in a compact package is more valuable than precise accuracy. The Pepperbox. The Pepperbox is the historical bridge between the single-shot pistol and the revolver, a multiple-barrel handgun where each barrel serves as its own chamber, eliminating the need for a cylinder entirely. Invented in the 1830s and popular through the Civil War era, the Pepperbox predates the metallic cartridge revolver and solved the repeating handgun problem before Samuel Colt's cylinder design became the dominant solution. A percussion Pepperbox works by rotating the entire barrel group rather than a separate cylinder. Each barrel, capped and loaded, rotates into firing position as the hammer is cocked. The Pepperbox design has been occasionally revived for specialized applications. The COP 357, 4 barrels in a 2x2 arrangement, each chambered for .357 Magnum, is a 20th century Pepperbox that achieved limited production. In 2019, the first person convicted in the United Kingdom of 3D printing a firearm had produced a 6-barrel Pepperbox Derringer variant, demonstrating that the basic mechanical concept remains viable with modern manufacturing technology. The Pepperbox is not a modern defensive or sporting handgun. It is the ancestor of every repeating handgun in production today, the mechanical prototype from which both the revolver and the semi-automatic pistol ultimately descended. The correct handgun type for any individual depends on 3 variables: the application the gun will serve, the shooter's physical capability to operate it reliably, and the legal environment in which it will be used. A full-size striker-fired semi-automatic is the correct starting point for a new shooter who wants a general-purpose defensive handgun. A double-action revolver is the correct choice for a shooter who prioritizes reliability above all other considerations and is comfortable with lower capacity. A single-shot break-action pistol is the correct choice for a handgun hunter who needs rifle-caliber performance in a portable platform. The application defines the type. The type defines the correct firearm.